Welcome to JFH Week's WarnerMedia Urban Action Showcase Week of Training. We're very happy to have Frank Polanco here, an amazing Filipino stick fighting martial artist, Sanda fighter, and the list goes on. He's also the choreographer for the first season of JFH Justice for Hire. And we are just very happy to have him here, and even happier to say that choreography helped to push us over the edge to win Best Web Series at this year's event for WarnerMedia's Urban Action Showcase. So, that being said, today we're going to train with Frank, and Frank's going to take it away. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, first things first, I want to thank Jan Lucanis for just believing in me and his endeavors. So thank you so much, and I welcome everyone. So first things first. So safety first. So if you don't have any sticks, that's okay. Okay. Don't break anybody's sticks. Don't break anybody's broomsticks. So this is simply just for movement. I'm going to keep it simple. So if you have any sticks, or if you have any defining anything that you can figure out here, and just take a V step here, we're just going to work on footwork today. All right, so left foot forward. We're going to take the right foot back and taking it this way, here, and back, here, and left, back, forth, here, and here. So basically, in my movement, in Panatukan and Kali, it's mostly about movement. It's very important what we do as far as movement. Okay, because we have long strikes. Okay. So, taking those long strikes. Excuse me 1 second. Those of you, can you hear me? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, it's imperative that we take those long strikes as opposed to boxing. Okay, where we take those short parry and slips, parry and slips, parry and slips. This is much more important where we take those longer steps, and longer steps. Okay, and for those of you who haven't seen us, in our knife fighting scenes with Jan and I, you'll appreciate that. Okay. And here and here. So, regardless of whether you have sticks or not, okay, we're just going to take a basic strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, even if you don't have sticks, they are the most basic of strikes. Whether you start with left, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whether you start right foot forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone have that so far? So, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand the footwork now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the bottom line is that during a fight, you're not going to have the privilege to decide which side you're on, which side you're on. So while the sticks, well, who the hell's gonna walk sticks, you know, while you're down the street? No one's gonna walk down the street when you're walking around. No, but the sticks give you an idea about striking, 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 continuous striking. So, for those of you who do not have sticks at this moment, and we're saying, what, maybe I should go and break some broomsticks or what have you, don't break any broomsticks, okay? Relax. So, it's the same idea. So, here, right stick, left stick, right stick, left stick. Understood? So, few more components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just to show you that Kali has a, excuse me one second. Just to show you that Kali has a very fist component, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you don't need these sticks necessarily to understand the basics of Kali or Panatukan. So let's understand. So these are the striking components. Let's do this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's imperative that you bring in your hips and shoulders into this, okay? And we're going to show you why in a second. Everything is transitioning, transitioning, transitioning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grabbing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's something for you guys to think about. And believe it or not, it just comes from the Panatukan. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and you just keep going. Panatukan has no rules. Panatukan is about, it's dirty boxing, but it's composed of 8, 9 limbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which hopefully we'll get to. Okay, so are there any questions so far? Oop. Okay, well, I'll assume there aren't any. So that's just the basic 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here. Here. 1, 2, 3 here. Now, we're going to add 1, 2, 3 So it's the same as the sticks. So knife offense and defense it's not any different. So you saw me by now going jab, cross, hook, knee. Okay. What you didn't see was the offense. So I have no problems. Jab, cross, hook. It's a karambit. Now this could be, please do not go off and get a butter knife or what have you or anything like that. Anything will do. Your fingers will do. Okay? So here. I'm just going to put this here. So jab, cross, hook. A lot of times this alone, which you carry, okay, will be enough. I've had enough students to tell me in my seminars that this raking across the eyes would bring the biggest of opponents going, just raking across the eyes. So the best one that I could teach you right here is jab here, 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 here. If you had to have a knife, this is what it would be here, 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 here. So here, the grab is coming from here, here. Straight fingers into the face while this is holding the hand. So in a moment, I was hoping Anne-Marie's mom would, Emily's mom would come here in a moment, but she's not here, so I might use her as a model. But again, grabbing here, here. And the one thing about my system is that I do not teach one particular. This is great for me. I'm 5'9.5". I can reach someone who's 6 foot tall. Okay. However, this will not work for someone who's 5 foot tall and 100 pounds. This becomes, he's grabbing me. Okay. I'm a woman now. I'm here. I'm 5 foot tall. He's grabbing me. This becomes this, not this. You'll never get this, but you'll get this. And I will tell you, from my point of view, and having had a fight, you grab this, they become very light. So, for those of you who are of height, you parry eyes, parry eyes, parry eye. Those of you a little smaller, you parry boys, parry boys, parry boys. Okay, from here, you can either parry boys, parry eyes, or parry boys, and sweep. This is where I'm gonna get, she hasn't come home yet, so I'm gonna get, Emily, come here a second. Just say hi. Okay, so, never mind that. Just put your hands up. So, she puts her hands to me. I parry eye. Oh, you see that? It makes the foot weak. I sweep. Okay. No. I'm not done with you yet. Okay. So, and as long as I have her, wait. Hands up. Punch me in the face. Oh, I know she wants to punch me in the face. Okay, so come on. Punch me in the face. Get it? Punch me in the face. Same thing. Here. Back. So I'm giving you two. Ready? Hands up. Punch me in the face. No. Oh, that one. Punch me in the... Here. Okay? Punch me in the face. Here. So, first one is here. Parry, here, parry, step. Parry, step. Give me four. No. Parry, step. Grab, 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 sweep. Next one. That one. Here, here, here. Her mom didn't show, so let me show you that. So I showed you very basic jab, cross, hook, here, jab, cross, hook, cross here. Believe it or not, those throws come from that simple combination. Jab, cross, hook here. Jab, cross, hook, cross, switch knee here and back. So, jab, cross, hook here. The person is in front of me. Let me do this. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Put your hands up here. We just took their leg. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Put your hands on their head. Step. Take their leg. Got that? So, jab, cross, hook. Here, here. Now, ladies, you may not be able to get that. Ba, ba, ba. Ha. Right up the uprights. Jab, cross, hook, cross, doesn't matter how many punches. You get him to get up this way, that's all I want. That's all I want. As long as he gets like this, right up the uprights, and you go home. Jab, cross, hook, cross. The more punches, the better. When it comes to a self-defense type of movement, the more punches, the better. The more nails, the better. Get him to go up like this, right up the uprights, and you run. When it comes to self-defense, the first thing I will tell anyone, male or female, is given the opportunity, you run. If not, you make him sorry. And then you run. Not to your car, you run to a well-lit environment. You do not be afraid to fight. That's the difference. Anyone who's going to attack you, and this is what I teach everyone, has already shown you their indifference. You do not fail. You do not fail their indifference, okay? Let them think you're a victim, okay? You look around, as long as you look around, that I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to teach you once you're involved, once they touch you, once they take something out, they've already shown you their intent. This is where you act, okay? Let them scream for help. So, this is my favorite, so, as far as self-defense, let me do this, now that I'm talking about that. So you're walking to, now that, COVID is kind of over, not really, but some of us are going to be out and about, and, especially women, they know the feeling. You're out in the parking lot and you're out and about and someone is just too close. Yes? You're about to get in your car. Okay? Anyone put your hands on you. anyone puts their hands on you, it's a kick forward and elbows up. So,
Frank, quick question for you. So,
absolutely.
with those elbows, what would you recommend is the best way if I'm going to drill? Looks like you're drilling between an elbow and knee kind of combination. What would you recommend is the best or one of your favorite drills just to kind of repeat? Let's say on set the timer for 2 minutes. If I was going to do that, what would you recommend as an exercise?
That's a great fucking question, Jan. And I'm sorry, for the French, but this is something going back to when I was 16 years old. With it's especially for ladies, they're much more sedentary. They're much more squat, and this is beautiful. This is something that just front kicks. This is something that my Goju teachers would train, and they would say that for example, here I was in just regular fighting stance, right? Oh, here we go. So 1, 2, 3. They would say that those 3 kicks would be the equivalent of 1. So they would train 100 kicks here, 100 kicks here, 100 kicks here, 100 kicks here.
Frank, so, question on your stance there. So I've noticed that with you that your stance. You're digging into the stance there. Can you talk about the value of digging into the stance there, especially when launching those kicks?
Oh no, absolutely. So you're always half and half. You're never forward. You're never backward, because each one of those will give away something to your opponent. If you're forward, he will just kick. That front leg right here, that muscle leg, it doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is, he will just kick it and kick it and kick it and kick it. Not to mention, if he's back here, he'll learn to kick that back leg. So if you're just 50-50, just, and it's all in the ultimate hip. It doesn't matter whether it's the front or the back leg. So God forbid, for example, if you were in an elevator and someone is here, oh my God, that's what that front leg would be. That's what that front leg would be. Okay? Not to mention, God forbid, if you were in an elevator with somebody in a knife trying to poke you, okay? Here, not that you would be carrying a knife as well, right? But everything is with your body. Everything. Any other questions? As far as any type of self-defense questions or what have you, I find that most things are just close quarter combat. Close quarter combat. So you're very close. There is no substitution. Never any substitution for having your hands up. I always say, always try and maintain this. However, who walks like this? Right? You encounter somebody and you're like, whoa, yo, man, relax. what the fuck? What? And more often than not, you wind up like this, square-footed, what I call square-footed, which I say never wind up but square-footed, but you do. It just happens. I mean, who walks out of their house wanting to go out of, get into a fight, right? At the same time, someone's getting in your face. The minute you go like this, you're actually, you, you might egging him on. You might be egging him on, right?
Frank, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that we only have we're a little bit past the halfway mark, and given that you've done so much choreography for the first season of JFH, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how you, as a martial artist, that you brought a very particular style of choreography, and I'm wondering how you would recommend other people training that if they wanted to do that similar style. And so I'm pre-framing it with that. Essentially, the style was that you were actually taking hits and also delivering the hits. Obviously, we don't necessarily recommend that to anyone who's not an expert martial artist or stunt person. But, I distinctly remember you had very particular technique of essentially punching me in the neck, but also softening your hand. So if you could just talk about your theories and what you think in terms of action choreography from your perspective, because it's very, very unique and very realistic. Just interested in you sharing a little bit more on that.
Okay. So
and how to train it.
No. So yeah, I've definitely been going on, self-defense and, how to kill somebody. But so yeah, we we went through several times, and it's very important how, so Jan, walk me through it again. So
sure, your style of choreography is it's very realistic, and it's very much based on you having experience working with real fighters and being on front lines when it comes to combat. So I'm really interested in how you brought that mentality and what you did to train to even soften that mentality when it's in front of the camera, so it makes it repeatable, so you don't actually knock somebody out.
Yeah. No, actually, it had a lot to do with Jan himself. So that's why I brought him back into that question. He he had this crazy idea about this alleyway, and he told me about it, whatever. I had it 10, 12 years ago. I was like, yeah, whatever. And sure enough, he showed me this alleyway. And for me, that's what it became, because it was this dark alleyway, and listen, anyone who trains in reality martial arts, as far as, if you do point system, that's nothing, that's great, what have you, this and that. But Jan and I came from a very militaristic and fighting point of view. So I got the idea of what he wanted to do within this alleyway. And yeah, man, it just became a very dark, ugly, I'm beating you, and he elbowed me, and and it was so, when you're thinking of that, when you guys are trying to just go there, think of that dark alley, that Jan thought about, 14, 20 years ago.
So,
Wait. I'm going dark. Wait. I'm going dark. Wait. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
do you recommend, in terms of bridging the gap between the real life martial experience, and is there any training that you would recommend to help somebody who might be more used to the hard hitting moments of martial arts to actually soften themselves, so that when they're working with with a partner, that they can actually do take after take? Because if you're punching somebody in the face, you may not necessarily be able to do take after take. And just any drills that, I know you and I would just drill the scene over and over again, but I'm wondering how you prepare yourself to actually do the scenes as well.
You know what? I think a lot of it had to do with, you and I, Jake. Sorry about that. Um, if you do continuous martial arts, back and forth, and you understand that it's not about, beating your opponent, beating the guy you're training with. Back and forth. Doesn't matter whether you're getting 10%, 50%, 20%, 100%. You never go 100% with your friend. But, if you train yourself to do that, you can turn around and do kind of stuff that we do. As far as me, Jen and I just kind of connected,
Like, you actually brought up a really interesting. You brought up a really interesting point, in terms of the 10 running the choreography, just like your training, going at 10%, going at 20%, going at 30, and really bringing it up before you even go in front of the camera. Just really lifting the choreography, the speed, the intensity, the intention, even if you're not touching the intention. I think that's really interesting. That's a note that many young choreographers may not necessarily even be aware of, but just the importance of scaling up the speed, and almost taking a Tai Chi approach to the beginning of the choreography, and then just ramping up as you go, as everyone gets more comfortable.
That's something in my early years, I wish I would have learned that, but that's something that, you gain in your experience. So for those of you who are training with your brothers and sisters, just relax. Okay? Take it slow. But man, it's especially in the choreography type of thing, you have to have respect for everybody, and take it slow, and realize that, hey, it looks like we're trying to hurt each other, but that's not what we're here for, and man, yeah. But it all comes from serious training. Okay, get some serious training first. Okay, get somebody in front of you. Okay, get somebody who's there to try and get hit in front of you, who doesn't mind getting hit. Okay, and then you learn the slits and the parries, and the slits and the parries, and then you make it real. Okay, and hopefully you can make it all. You can make it all you. But man, it's been awesome.
Is there a move that you might be able to show us that you would like to capture on camera next, that you feel is often not seen in action?
It's probably the most basic move. Let's see. She came home. Let's see if I can get this. Hold on. Hey, babe. Take your socks off. Take this. Okay. So, if there is a favorite move, and it's very basic. It's off a jab cross, jab cross, jab cross, jab cross. And it can even be off something, let's say they jab. Okay, so, hey guys. Oh, Anne-Marie, she finally made it. Anne-Marie, Jamie, everybody. Okay, so, fighting stance. Okay, so just jab cross, jab cross. Just want to get the distance. Okay, jab cross, jab cross. Okay, good. One more time, jab cross. Okay, so as far as the easiest move, jab cross. One more time, just bring it right back. Okay, jab cross. Okay, ready? Jab, jab, cross. I collapse this knee. Okay. It's one. Can you hear me? Because my earpiece came off. Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, from her point of view, okay, we practiced this actually in the park, okay, is okay. That's another one. Okay, but as far as a move, as far as a toss, she can do that as well. Okay, jab, cross, hook. Okay, boom, and just kick. Boom. That's another class.
Both of those are actually really, it's so cool that you chose those, because oftentimes in choreography, you can feel everyone waiting for the beat, the unnatural beats. And so when you do the, essentially with boxing being the most efficient form of throwing fists, period, American boxing, when you kind of bring that into choreography and then have to break that very efficient rhythm, it's super interesting. So
Yeah.
I love both breaking the balance over the knee and the double kick, the breaking of the stance.
Pop, pop.
Awesome.
Pop, pop.
Awesome.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. Absolutely. So we're always doing something different. And like I said, look, I was shown this, when from her perspective, bump, bump, bump. Okay? No, it should be that. Everything we do, we shorten. We shorten for the perspective. 1, 2, 3, instead of this here. It's ridiculous. Okay? So, everything is click, 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 click. Okay? I'm attacking you. You figured out you're going to attack me. I already figured out your desire. I'm not going to question it. Boom, 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 boom. That's the idea behind that.
So Frank, it sounds like you're essentially saying that one of the and correct me if I'm wrong here, that one of your key approaches is essentially drilling, simply drilling the techniques, so that then you can find the rhythm of the slips and and the natural flow of the choreography.
Oh, no, absolutely. Whether it's choreography or not. So, for example, Emery. So, for example, if it becomes just jab, the break of the opponent, cross. It's the complete breakdown of the opponent. So, sorry. So, absolutely. That's the difference between boxing and dirty boxing. I'm going to use my 8 limbs to completely annihilate and break down the opponent in complete self-defense. I didn't offer, I did not, but it's complete defense. And again, it's hard to see this without an opponent, but indeed.
Greg, so I know we only have a few minutes left, but before we end, I'm super interested in what you just did with the knee dropping on your stance, because we do that in push hands, and we call it caging, but I've never seen anyone really do it often outside of push hands. So can you talk a little bit about that and how we can train it at home?
Sure.
Thank you.
Come. So, she comes a jab. I come in. I already have it broken down. So, I come back. I can either break it down or jab, cross, here, here. And into here. Sorry. Okay. So in that one, jab, cross. I have her going across this way, here. I would just break it down. My knee, her leg is already here. Does that make sense?
It's excellent. We're actually doing it right now. We're drilling it. Thank you so much, Frank. I really appreciate you being here and giving the time. And can you let people know where they can find you?
Absolutely. It's Frank Polanco 57 at gmail.com or Polanco Combat Systems 3 at Gmail.
Amazing. Any Instagram handle?
Sanda Sifu.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Frank, for all the insights and the training. We're actually going to start drilling this immediately, especially these knees. And thank you to WarnerMedia Urban Action Showcase for giving us.
Thank you so much.
To bring us all together and for helping us put up this JFH week on, and of course for the wonderful honor of Best Web Series. So, and thank you, Frank, for bringing that martial action and intensity, and intensity as a performer, as an actor. You know, you've really brought something amazing to the series, and so thank you so much. And we're signing off, everybody. We're going to be, we'll have our last day of training tomorrow, and then Saturday is the big event for Uniting Heroes nationwide, worldwide on the WarnerMedia Urban Action Showcase panel at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see everybody, if not tomorrow, then Saturday. And thank you, Frank, once again. And us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I can't,
You for
I can't thank you enough for thinking of. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. All right. If you have any questions, by all means, just give me a holler out and I'll be more than happy to help you out.